pieces tonight.
I finished behind Chesney's Charm the last time that we saw him. Chesney's Charm is now a couple of pound higher in the weights, and Chesney's Green Pursuit has come 1 pound down in the weights since that meeting at York on the 26th of July. Green Pursuit wasn't disgraced. He was held up off the pace at York, only beaten 3.5 lengths in the end. This is much less competitive, isn't it? But that's the thing. That's the risk with taking the very short price about One Night Thunder. I think it is a race with some of the horses in here that are on decent marks themselves and aren't arriving in too bad a form. So I don't think it's a complete gimme for the favourite, but I would acknowledge that a similar performance to what he produced here last week would seem hard to beat.
Yeah, I just couldn't go in at odds on in a handicap, especially when, as you say, you can make cases for others here. Chesney's Charm, for instance, was a winner 3 outings ago. First time blinkers that day at York. Should benefit from the 7 furlongs. Ran well over a mile at Haydock and at Southall. 4 from 5 wins at this trip. This is the optimum for Chesney's Charm.
Yeah, I think when they dropped him back in trip at York and put the blinkers on, it kind of shocked him into a better performance, and they did go a very fast gallop in a big field at York. I don't think that tempo of race is on the agenda here today, and he might just want that. He didn't really pick the bridle up at Southall last week. He ran on in the end, but he never really travelled through that race. So he does need to better that last performance.
I spoke with Tom Eaves, interviewed him earlier on after his winner. He gave a good shout to Maybury Moon, who's won here before. The ground will be fine as well. He said the horse will like this ground. Didn't seem to like drying ground at Beverley, but it should be okay here. But Maybury Moon, a big chance. And Bluffer on the Bus has won here before in the past, and might have liked it even softer than tonight. And Expose, handicap debut 75, David Lochnan, winner at Thirsk last time out.
Yeah, we don't know. We know very little about her. I think a mid-70s rating is probably high enough for the race that she won at Thirsk last time out, and this is a much more competitive race than that one that she won. But her price obviously underlines that. But I fancy Blazing Sun to run a good race at 25 to 1. I think he, as I say, he might look to make all and could have his own way in front.
Blazing Sun for Martin. I'll just sit this one out. But One Night Thunder 5 to 6 favourite. Green's Pursuit 13 to 2. I'm not taking on Martin Dixon again. It's too expensive. There's not too many left to load. And let's not forget, Stephen Powell picked the right one as well. But luckily, he wasn't in on our match bet, so I saved myself having to buy him a coffee. With thanks, here he is.
Lined up. They're racing. 7 furlongs the trip for the Deanta Fire Door Handicap. Bowood has missed the break. Bluffer on the Bus also slowly into stride. Up front, the phase 3 from Blazing Sun. Expose just tucked in behind them in third on the left with the orange cap. Green Pursuit will switch towards the stand side. Maybury Moon is on the extreme right. JKR Cobbler's on the extreme left. Novak further back with Chesney Charm and Bluffer on the Bus, but One Night Thunder kicking from the front brings them down towards the final furlong. 2 lengths the lead. Blazing Sun. Green Pursuit towards the stand side, trying to close. These 3 have raced away from Novak and Expose. One Night Thunder being kept up to his work as Green Pursuit is trying to close on the stand side. One Night Thunder worn down by Green Pursuit, but has done enough to win again here at Carlisle. One Night Thunder, Green Pursuit, Blazing Sun, JKR Cobbler and Bowood ran on late in the day, having missed the break.
Yeah, nice each way bet there from Martin Dixon with Blazing Sun, always prominent. One Night Thunder, though, the winner, despite being keen enough early on, setting his own fractions. But that's another for Kaya Fraser. This horse, remember, One Night Thunder has done really well since dropping in trip. Gemma Tutty said, we think the world of this horse. He used to have problems with the stalls. Used to be trained by the Hannons, rated in the mid-90s, going back years ago. But this horse, he's done really well. It was his first win for this stable last time out, and he's followed it up nicely. He'd have liked to take a lead off a faster pace, I think, Martin, but he's done it despite being keen setting his own fractions. Green Pursuits finished well from off the pace, and yours ran a cracker. Blazing Sun in third. JKR Cobbler fourth, and I want to mention Bowood made late gains into fifth.
Yeah, I think the favourite has won this probably despite having to make his own running.
Yeah.
I definitely felt like, particularly on that downhill section, he was just really latched on and probably doing a little bit more than Kaya Fraser would have wanted him to, but he's had enough in hand to get away with that, for all that he's on fumes a little bit through the final 100 yards of the race. But quite like his performance, really. It underlines that he's in really good form now. He's breaking better than he sometimes has in the past out of the stalls. This is the point here where I think Kaya would have been hoping that something was going to give him a lead, but the horse just takes charge, really, doesn't he? He manages to get him back, and he doesn't run away with him, but he's threatening to a little bit, isn't he, down the hill?
It's hard going down the hill, a bit
Yeah.
like at Beverley, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And
get
one
away.
can get a horse can get a run on you, but he manages to get him back, and he's able to maintain enough for the finish.